All right, 44 Savage. Now, there was a post that we talked about earlier I wanted to roll back to. Now, this was during the time of the interrogation video. We'll get there in a second. But you had put out a post on your story, and it said this. It said, Streets, Woody, a rat. Me, how I can make 100 racks by Friday. So basically, that was your response to everybody crowding your page after the news of YSL Witty and the interrogation tape coming out, man. Now, at that time was a wild time.
Yeah.
And it was hitting every blog possible, and I'm pretty sure people were flooding your social media. But when you seen the YSL Witty interrogation tape, what did you think?
Man, it's so crazy. I ain't even see it right off the bat. I just had a lot of people calling me, asking me about it, asking me, have I seen it? But when I seen it, I was like, man, I wasn't too worried about it though, because them people don't know that's a lot, man. I don't be nowhere near that man. Yeah, man, we ain't having no conversations from past experience. Why would I? Like, that don't even make sense. So I wasn't really worried about it. That's why I posted what I posted. How can I make 100 racks by Friday? I'm thinking about that this Friday.
Nah, I feel you. Nah, thinking about your hustle while the streets are talking about, or the social media is talking about Witty and his situation. But just to paint the picture, man, YSL Witty, at the heart of the YSL RICO case, after Young Thug has been locked up and everything, this comes to light, man. There's a tape that's released on social media, and it's put out there by most of the major blogs, and it shows YSL Lil Woody in the interrogation room going through it. Like, he's telling on several people. Like, it's clear as day that he's been working with the police for a very long time because they established that they have a relationship with him previously. Now, there's several names that he drops. He talks about one named Tay, then another named Tay. Then eventually he gets to he talks to one of the investigators at the time, which was a lady, and she asked him, which Tay? There's so many Tays. And he said, Savage. And she was like, 21 Savage? And he said, no, 44 Savage. Now, for most people, if you're at your house and you see somebody on an interrogation tape and they mention your name in that fashion, your heart would drop. You're gonna lose it. Now, what did you think when you watched the whole interrogation video?
See, me from the jump, I knew he was lying anyway, but I thought about it though, because I just told you I'm on papers. And at the time, I haven't even been out that long. I probably was out like a year. And I was on parole then, but I'm on probation now though. So I thought about it over though, but then I was like, man, I ain't stunned that. I wouldn't really stun that.
That's crazy. So you didn't think anything like negative about Woody at the time? You didn't, like, I mean, essentially he's snitching on you, even if you didn't do anything at all. It's still putting your name in some paperwork.
Yeah, but I was already used to it though. The world probably just got used to him doing whatever he was doing. My case in 2015, you feel me? Like, yeah, so I was already used to him. That didn't surprise me when he said my name. That ain't his first time.
Now, do you think that he put your name in the interrogation out of revenge?
Man, I can't tell you how nobody like that thinks. Yeah, I just tell you how I think. I don't know how you think. I don't know what. Man.
Now, I get that part, but like the fact that, okay, you guys had this history, and then he puts your name in during an investigation, interrogation. Now, during the interrogation tape, there was also a situation that a lot of people talked about where Woody looked like he was checking his pulse or checking his neck, trying to see if he was alive or he was going through, I guess he was having an episode or something like that. Like, what'd you think about that part about it? Like, it was a joke on social media for a while, but like at the time, it looked like he was going through it.
I think at the time, to be real with you, I think I had logged out of my Instagram on my phone when the interrogation video came out. I was just tired of seeing it, tired of folk calling asking me about it. For real, man.
I'm pretty sure everybody was blowing your phone up, man.
Yeah. Then I think I seen your video first. I seen academic video first. I seen one of y'all video first, and I was like, yeah, man, cause I don't be with all this. Yeah.
Nah, and I get that, man. I get that. But the crazy, I mean, when things are news and it's hot like that, everybody's gonna jump on it. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna become something on social media, even though in your real life it might not have that much of an effect.
Yeah,
you know
see what I learned. I had to learn that though. Like when like that, it gonna come out and then folk gonna want to know. Like, I had folks spamming my comments and everything on my pictures, man. It made me take my pictures out, archive my pictures just so they can stop coming up on my pictures. People I don't even know.
That's wild. Now, at the time, had you had any aspirations for being a rapper, or were you ever working on music?
I done thought about it, but I be taking the rap serious now. I just ain't really dropping there. So I've been getting myself together really.
Nah, sometimes it's a plan. You got to prepare and get things together. But, you know, some people might have springboarded that attention, tried to use it for some sort of good. Or were you just trying to get away from that whole situation because it's a big case?
I think around that time I had dropped the song though. Like, there's a lot of people, like a lot of famous people, they came to my company. I get they were being nosy too or whatever though. But I don't really care about that because if I'm going to do something, I just do it for real. So if I wasn't going to be for real about the rapping, I wouldn't even just push that narrative out because, they seeing my name or I'm going viral on Instagram. They don't really move me.
Nah, that's what's up. Because a lot of people live for that. They live to go viral, you know what I mean?
Nah, I already know it.
Now, man, before we get to present with Witty, I'm going to stay in the past a little bit. Now, Witty said in some paperwork, you know, and you probably seen the 1090 Jake video. I know you've seen that and all the other videos about this, where he named you again specifically and talked about the fact that in 2015, I believe it was February 2015, don't quote me on that, I think I'm correct, that there was a shootout between you and him. And he said that he saw your face, he saw your gun, you saw him, and y'all shot it out, and his daughter was there, and you guys jumped out of a silver car and banged it out in the streets. Now, for as much as you could talk about with your previous case and all that, what exactly did you think about that portion getting out? And what do you think about that? Is that true?
I ain't even have a chance to think about it because I think like after the situation happened, like a week or two later, I was locked up. But I was locked up for something I don't even know in the back. Once I got the paperwork, I'm like, man, yeah, I'm like, ain't nothing true about that situation though. Not with me, like him saying my name, man. I don't even want to say too much, but man, people, nigga like me, I don't play with kids, man. So they were false. Like I never harm nobody child, try to harm nobody child.
Yeah, that's a crazy accusation. You know what I'm saying? So for him to put it out there in some paperwork, man, this is once again Witty putting your name in some paperwork. What did you think about that?
See, that was the first time. So the first time he did it, I ain't gonna lie, it shocked me. It shocked me the first time.
Now, this is the question. This is a real good question. Was Witty really a street dude like that? So did it shock you because he was supposed to be like that? Or did it shock you because, you know, you guys were friends?
It shocked me because he supposed to be like that. That's why it shocked me. Yeah.
Now, also in the testimony, he said that he knew it was you because you had previously came to his crib to, you know, to wish him well for having his new daughter with another baby or whatnot. I'm not sure if it was a daughter at the time. He said that you were over his house and you guys had, you know, talked about the fact that he was, you know, starting a new family. I guess he had, you know, was going good with his old lady. And then later on, like a week later, I think he said, is when the shooting happened.
Exactly, man. That don't even make sense. Why would I come congratulate you and then a week later come do something like that? That don't even sound like the same person. Like somebody that'll shoot at a baby won't even think to come congratulate you on your baby. They won't they won't even care.
Yeah, that's it. Now, the story that he told and the one that, you know, you've heard Charleston White speaking this and stuff, was that he was shooting it out with the baby in his hand. Now, I don't know. When you hear that, do you believe that?
Man, the internet say so much, man, you wouldn't know what to believe. What I do know is I got locked up for it, though. I know that much.
Okay, so let's get to that. So you ended up getting arrested for this situation, even though, you know, you professed that you definitely didn't have anything to do with it and you wouldn't do anything that crazy. Now, when you get locked up, how does the course of the legal system work for you or against you, I should say?
I was young, and that was my first time get locked up, so I ain't know too much about it. And then you say I want to do nothing that crazy. That ain't even that crazy. They really like on some lanes. You catch somebody even with their kids, it's like they were on some lanes. That ain't even crazy to me. I get folk got different means of crazy though, but yeah, that was my first time being locked up, and it ain't really work out well for me. I had to take like 10-year probation for it.
All right, so you ended up catching the charge for that, and that was what I was going to get. You catch the charge for that. You ended up taking a plea deal, and you did how much time behind bars?
I probably did like 5.5, 6 months, because it was my first time ever being locked up, like juvenile or as an adult. That was my first time ever being in handcuffs. It like 6 months.
Okay, so that's your first time ever in life getting locked up. Wow.
Yeah.
Smart, man. Nah, that's a good thing, you know what I'm saying? Because now your sentence you said wasn't as bad as it could have been.
Nah, it went, but it came back and bit me in my ass though, because I got caught like 2 years later with a gun. That sent me to prison for like 4 years. So yeah, it really was bad. It really was bad. To me, it was, especially when I know I ain't do it. So I had to take paper for it. But yeah, it was bad to me.
Now, knowing that Witty essentially told on you, and he was actually still hanging around with YSL, he didn't stop repping YSL or having his name be YSL Witty until recently. What did you think about that blatant contradiction? Because, you know, they were always talking about slime this, slime that, street this, street that. You still have Young Thug to this day holding people accountable, as he says, right? For, you know, the street code or whatnot. But you had Witty all in your case, and you basically did the time for the shooting or whatnot. How did that make you feel?
It ain't really make me feel no type of way because I never really cared to speak on it. If it got out, it got out. I don't know how it got out anyway because I never came out of jail like, oh, yeah, this nigga told on me, all that, because I don't care him. I don't really too care to be that too much attention on me. So I ain't really care about it. I ain't really care at all because I don't be thinking about me. I don't think about what they got going on in there. So it ain't matter.
Nah, that makes sense. But you know, a lot of people would harbor some sort of bad feelings, you know what I'm saying? Like,
hell yeah. You told on a nigga, like, you got me locked up. I just had my son when they were 2 months. I got out my son. About a week later, my son started walking. So hell yeah.
That's crazy, man. Now, you didn't feel the need to run to the streets then and let them know, like, hey, man, Witty out here telling, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, man, because I ain't need no validation from that. Yeah, man, like, what they gonna do for me? See, that's on him. He know what he did.
Now, there was a long running theory out there that people said that YSL was full of some people who were telling on one end and getting active in the streets on the other end. When you look at YSL Lil Woody, that is a clear-cut example of that, man. Now, would you say that was true, that there were people who were actually telling on people and in the streets getting active?
Nah, because I don't look into their case. I told you, like, 1 or 2 of my family members on their case. I know they ain't told on nobody. Feel me? I know that for a fact, yeah.
Now, the case is over.
Yeah.
And everybody is either taking a plea deal or they were found not guilty. Now, you mentioned that you had family members in the case. Exactly who was your family in the case?
You might don't know, I don't even know they want me to say their name on here. We probably have to say that for next time. I have to answer.
Okay, yeah,
look
next time.
Just look up their name, you'll see. We got the same last name, so you'll know. Well, my other cousin, he ain't got my last name, but I think he's smart. You can put 2 and 2 together.